Okay, so hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Julia, and today I'm going to talk about my best marketing practice about the brand Louis Vuitton. So I'm starting right off with my table of contents. First of all, I will give you a quick overview of the company itself. Then I will explain you something about Louis Vuitton's marketing best practice. And then I have a concrete campaign example of the Resort 2025 campaign with Zendaya. Okay, so first of all, the overview of the company. Louis Vuitton was founded in 1854 in Paris by Louis Vuitton himself, and it all started as a suitcase manufacturer. And nowadays, the brand operates within the luxury fashion and accessoires industry and is part of the big conglomerate LVMH. Louis Vuitton has a special focus on leather goods, handbags, apparel, watches, jewelry, and perfume. And it primarily interacts in a B2C system, reaching their consumers through brand stores and online. And Louis Vuitton's marketing channels are the flagship stores itself, digital and social media, celebrity and influencer collaborations, fashion shows, and artistic partnerships. And right here you can see a picture from 1854 where the company started in Paris, and on the right side, the famous Louis Vuitton monogram. Okay, so then the marketing best practice. So one marketing best practice of Louis Vuitton is consistency in brand identity and storytelling. The brand has a unified identity across all channels. So Louis Vuitton ensures that its monogram, logo, and visual aesthetics are consistent across all stores, all digital platforms, and all their campaigns. And this not only strengthens brand recognition, but it also is able to maintain its luxury perceptions for the customers. And Louis Vuitton is also very strong when it comes to storytelling, and their storytelling is rooted in heritage and exclusivity. So the brand's campaigns highlight craftsmanship, travel, heritage, as well as an aspirational lifestyle. And examples include exhibitions and cinematic ad films, which Louis Vuitton is very famous for. And the brand also has a controlled distribution, meaning that Louis Vuitton has only a limited retail through flagship stores and only official online platforms to avoid overexposure. And this strategy builds desirability and protects the brand value among the customers. And now there is a few lessons for other marketeers and what they can learn from Louis Vuitton. So first of all, consistency builds trust. Even non-luxury brands can gain credibility when their visuals are unified across all the touch points they were in. Then storytelling elevates value. Marketeers can create narratives that show why their brand matters, not just what they are selling. Scarcity creates desire. So other brands, not only luxury brands, should also concentrate on a limited distribution, for example, exclusive editions. And long-term equity versus short-term wins. Consistency and controlled exposure builds long-term brand equity instead of short-lived sales spikes. So the third point is the campaign example, the Resort 2025 campaign with Zendaya. This was shot by famous photographers Ines and Vindo, and there is a scenic backdrop of the Italian Riviera happening. So we have the seaside gardens, coastal vistas, and the golden twilight, which emphasizes travel, leisure, and elegance, which Louis Vuitton is very famous for, coming from the suitcase manufacturing. Key pieces like the capucines bag in wicker and supple leather and sunglasses with gold hinges are echoing Louis Vuitton's trunk heritage and are showing how product history and design details unify within the visuals. And how this supports the best practice is the campaign reinforces Louis Vuitton's visual identity while using storytelling. And it also ensures consistency across photography style, setting, and design cues. And this helps to also appeal to a younger clientele by combining visual aspirational content with timeless brand elements. And here we can see some pictures of the Resort 2025 campaign starring Zendaya, and we can see the Italian Riviera in the background and also the travel spirit, which Louis Vuitton is very famous for. Thank you for your attention, and here are my sources.